It's Anakin again with Next Gen Tactics. This is going to be my third video in my basic interface usage here of Black Ops. Today I'm kind of going over the Create a Class and the Killstreaks screens. I'm going to just show some very basic information on some of my personal class setups and some things I recommend. Now remember, I'm only about 17-18 hours into the game here, not very far at all. I do have quite a few things unlocked, but so far I'm just going to give you my personal preference on what I'm enjoying and what kind of guns have worked out well for me so far, and also what kill streaks have worked out well. Near the end of this, I'm also going to tell you some of the maps that I actually like versus ones that I'm not really a fan of. Let's start off with Create a Class here. As you know, obviously, you get 5 classes pretty much right off the bat after, I don't know, what, level 4 or something like that. This is one of my classes here, and of course these classes change quite a bit based on contracts, based on the game mode, even based on the map. But I do want everybody to kind of look through here and kind of go with me. My first class here right now, I've got the AK-47. Now let me tell you, first of all, I'm a huge assault rifle fan in general. I always have at least 2 or 3 classes, with the primary as the assault rifle. I'm really a run and gun kind of person. I do a lot of rushing. You're not going to find me with shotguns too often. You're certainly not going to find me with sniper rifles. So keep that in mind. If you're looking for that kind of info, I may cover that in my second Prestige. I always like to change it up a little bit. Here we go. First primary weapon here. I've got the AK-47. Let me show you some of the other things I've got unlocked. As you can tell, again, I'm really in love with all these assault rifles. My favorite assault rifle so far is the AUG. And again, if you look right there at the stat screen down there in the lower right side, this thing has got a ton of damage, good range, good accuracy, high fire rate. To me, so far, it is one of the best weapons I've had extremely good luck with. The AK is also very high end when it comes to damage. However, the accuracy is a little off. There's also a lot of barrel rise on that gun. Not really disliking it, but I think, believe it or not, the AUG seems to serve me better based on my style. The Galil early on, for those of you who haven't made it far enough to get to the AUG or the AK, the Galil is a very good heavy damage weapon. For me, I actually end up preferring it over the FAMAS. The FAMAS is a great gun, but the damage it does just sometimes isn't what I would expect it to be. It seems to be a little rough. It just feels like I'm not taking people down with it as much as I'd like. I skipped over the M14 for the moment. I'm not really a big fan of the single shot. However, the FN FAL, I'll tell you, that gun is worth giving a shot. If you've got any kind of aiming capabilities at all, it's a great weapon. The M14, just M14, I just didn't care for the accuracy on it. Infield, not a fan at all. I passed it by, was not interested in the slightest. M16, very good, but you've got to get used to that three round burst. I really enjoy it. It's obviously the gun everybody starts with. Everyone should have some, experience with it by now. But I recommend it going back to it. A lot of people will disregard it after they unlock a few extra weapons. But I'm telling you, the M16 is extremely good for maps like Array, where you've got a long distance. It's very open. The M16 is great. In this situation here, I'm gonna choose my AK. And some of the attachments, you'll notice here, I haven't hardly unlocked anything. I'm not a scope person. I don't use scopes at all. I did get the suppressor unlocked, so I could go ahead and do the Ninja, Pro mode, and they kind of force you into the suppressor to unlock it. Also, for fun, I went ahead and unlocked the old noob tube. Yeah, I know. Don't sigh and groan and all that. Let me tell you, my thoughts on the grenade launcher for Black Ops is that it's not what it used to be from Modern Warfare 2. Those of you who are going, oh my god, you noob tube, oh you jackass, no. Here's the deal: the grenade launcher now, the accuracy that you require to kill somebody with the grenade launcher, or even a standard grenade in Black Ops, is so much more of an accuracy issue than it ever used to be in Modern Warfare. Apparently the splash damage and the area of effect for anything grenade based has been toned down so much. you can hit somebody with a grenade within 5 feet of them even, and they can walk away from it. It's happening to me a lot. So this is not something that you can rely on anymore. All you jackasses out there who used to go with it, you cannot rely on anymore. I've tried it, I've used it just to see what I'd be up against when somebody starts tubing. Obviously tubes are still great for games like Domination, games that are, based on lots of people congregating in one area. You have a much better chance of killing people with it. But let me tell you, it's not what it used to be from Modern Warfare 2. In this case, I'm gonna choose a suppressor here. I don't have anything else unlocked. A lot of times I'll go with the iron sights, and of course a bunch of you probably go, "Oh my God, iron sight!" Yeah, I know. Let me tell you, I've used iron sights from Modern Warfare 2. I always chose FMJ as my weapon accessory, so that's why I'm kind of used to the iron sights and a lot of this stuff. And I may switch over to the scopes at some point. Secondary here, there's in this case, I'm using the Makarov. I've got a contract right now that says, go get a bunch of kills with the Makarov. My personal preference at the moment is the Python. This thing is deadly. It shows the accuracy is not very good, but I'll tell you what, I only end up using it anyway whenever it's, close quarter, close range situation anyway. But let me tell you, it's deadly. I highly recommend it. Launchers. The only thing I recommend out of all these here is the Strela 3. Some people are going to dig the China Lake, but again, going back to the grenade launcher issue here, I just don't think the area of effect is going to make that much of a difference to actually choose this as your secondary versus some of the other ones. They've really nerfed grenades in general, whether they're launched or thrown. They do not kill like they used to. So my choice here is the Strela 3, and that is literally to do nothing but get rid of aircraft. And so that's my secondary launcher choices there. Specials, the ballistic knife, man, that's a tough one to use. It's pretty cool if you can get the hang of it, but it's not really recommended unless you just want to try something out. The range is next to nothing, okay? The crossbow, a lot of people seem to like this one. I've tried it. The reload time really does balance this gun out. The idea of getting pegged with it, and it blowing up, it's fun to do to your enemies. But I'm telling you, I just don't think it's worth it. In my opinion here, I say go with a pistol. Python being my my first choice, and at least for the moment. And of course, with the attachments, you can also do various other things. Usually, again, here I'm going to go with extended mag. I never do akimbo, or what they call in here is dual wield. I never do that. I like to be able to aim. Let's go down here, the lethal equipment. I'm a Semtex kind of guy because I like to throw something and I like to aim it. Frags, you never know where they're going to end up. I almost always go with a Semtex. Haven't unlocked Tomahawk yet. I'm going to give it a shot at some point. Tactical equipment. So far, my favorite is the Nova Gas. I know what to expect of all these other ones, even though I haven't unlocked them. I'm not. The Flashbang's okay. The Willie Pete's okay. I'm telling you, the Nova Gas is anything that can do damage. I'm always a fan of. So the Nova Gas will get kills for you because it does damage people the longer they're in it. And sometimes if they're already hurt and they run through it, you get the kill from it. So moving on here, I haven't unlocked any of this stuff. I haven't really been interested in it. The Claymore is the only thing, again, because the Claymore does damage. I'm not really kind of person to camp or be on the lookout a whole lot, so I haven't, the motion sensor and the jammer didn't mean a whole lot to me. Tac insert doesn't mean a whole lot to me. The C4 I may unlock next, and then the camera spike, of course, is obviously that back there for campers again. The perks, here's the deal. You're going to see what makes up Anakinn's gameplay here. Lightweight, Scavenger, and Ghost. Have not bothered with the Flak Jacket or Hardline. Ghost for me at this point is what I'm most interested in. Second perk, my two that I'm interested in, these are the same kind of things I used to play from Modern Warfare 2. Sleight of Hand Pro is a must. Hardened is another one. That's basically your FMJ, or even going back to COD 4, what they call Deep Impact. Really good stuff. I haven't really focused on getting the Pro of a lot of these yet. I'm just now kind of starting to do that. If you'll notice, I've got Sleight of Hand Pro, but if you go up here to Hardened, you'll notice that View Challenges for Hardened Pro underneath there. This is, I've been asked this by quite a few people, and it seems like people don't understand what they need to do to get Pro now. If you hit the blue button, here's what we've got Hardened here. They want you to get 10 kills basically shooting through walls. That's the first thing you got to do. Then they want you to put 200 bullets into enemy aircraft, and then they want you to destroy a piece of equipment through a wall. Now, let me tell you, that's all, you know, that's a lot of stuff they want you to do just to get Hardened Pro. Of course, you know, you don't even know what for sure Hardened Pro is, but, you know, whenever you're trying to get a pro version of something, you need to hit that blue button, go in and look and see what the requirements actually are. Okay, going back here to the third perks. So far, the only thing I've been really interested in is Ninja. I've gotten Ninja Pro. That was pretty tough, by the way. A lot of stuff they required you to do. Suppressor kills. I think 150 suppressor kills, 5 backstabs, and one of the other. Oh, the bomb planting. You had to go out and plant 10 bombs in either demolition, sabotage, or search and destroy. Again, you know, you got to really focus to go ahead and get the pro version of a lot of these perks. And so that's what I'm recommending right now is Ninja, Sleight of Hand, and for the first one, either Ghost or Lightweight, maybe Scavenger if you're so inclined. That's what makes up my kind of gameplay right now. By the way, for my choice in weapons at this point, like I said, the AUG and the Python are pretty much my biggest choice in weapons right now for the moment for assault rifles and secondaries. But for primaries on other than the AUG, the AK-74U is an absolute must. Okay, that is by far the best SMG out there currently. I don't care what anybody says. When I use that weapon, especially on a map like Cracked, it is unbelievable. You can just mow people down. The accuracy on it and the damage on it, I think, is better than any other SMG as a combination. You know, there may be an SMG that's got a little bit better damage or a little bit better accuracy, but this is the best overall balanced SMG for just dishing out the damage. That's the two guns. The AUG and the AK-74U is what I'm sticking with as my mains. Let's go over to Killstreaks here for a second. I just unlocked that goofy car, and I think we all hate that car by now, but it's out there. I've gotten quite a few kills with it so far. I just unlocked it recently, but what I'm sticking with at the moment is my napalm strikes, the mortars, and the attack helicopters. Those seem to be the best overall kill streaks to just get some kills. The napalm strike, I think, is one of the best kill streaks so far. It can even kind of change the map layout based on wherever you drop it, because you can lock people into an area. You know, if they try to run through the napalm, they'll die. So, very, very good kill streak. Highly recommended. You know, that's kind of what I'm recommending right now. I do want to go one other place. I'm going to tell you all about my maps here. Array, I give a big thumbs up to. I like it. I like Cracked quite a bit. Again, this is an AK-74U map for sure. Crisis is a good one. I really enjoy that one. That's the one with the beach and the water coming up. I hate Firing Range. I will vote this away every time. I'm not a fan of this map at all. I don't like the layout. Grid, I like. Not a problem with it. It's not one of the greatest, but I have no problem with it. Hanoi, not a fan. I don't like the layout of this map. There's a lot of areas that look the same to me. Not a fan. Havana, probably my favorite game in the map. It reminds me a lot of Crossfire from the old COD 4 days. Very, very enjoyable for every game mode so far I've tried it on. I really, really like it. This is one that a lot of people apparently don't care for. I like it. I got no problem with it. There's a major congregation point back there in that little encampment. You know, the part that goes off to the broken bridge there. Launch, not really a fan of the layout. I did think this was kind of cool that the flames from the rocket launch actually kill people underneath it. Especially on domination games, where B is literally located right underneath the engines for the rocket. Pretty funny whenever a bunch of people are trying to take B there and that rocket goes off. Nuketown, how can you not like it? You know, I mean, this is a fun map, you know, pretty darn small. Radiation, not a fan at all. Don't care for it. Summit, I can take it or leave it. It's okay. Really like Villa. I enjoy this map. I like the layout. It's very, very large. And WMD, not a fan at all. So there you go. There's my take on it. Thanks for watching. This has been Anakinnnn with Next Gen Tactics. Take care.
Hey guys, we're on Facebook. Check the description of this video for the link to our new Facebook application. Subscribe and get our latest video updates posted right on the wall on your own Facebook page.